Assalamu alaikum, people. This is our new accessory. So, the CDC recommended that Americans wear masks. So, today I ventured out in my homemade mask that I made the other day. And I'm coming back home from the store. I had to go get some fresh fruits and vegetables. My husband has been in charge of the shopping for the staples, the cans, the boxes, the meat, and the like of those things. And I am responsible for getting the fresh stuff because he does not prioritize that, so I have to prioritize it. And I'm in the store, and when I got back out of the store, right, I'm taking off my gloves. So I wear a mask, and I also wear plastic gloves when I go to the store. And I get in the car, and I'm trying to be really, really conscious of taking the gloves off from the inside, flipping them so I'm not touching the outside, putting them where I can get them into the trash, I carry hand sanitizer in my car so that I can use hand sanitizer after I take my gloves off, and then take the hand sanitizer and I wipe the steering wheel and I wipe my gears and I wipe my door buttons. And I was sitting here like, oh my God, this is life. Like, how is this life that I'm sitting here trying to think, okay, track my steps for the last 20 minutes. What in my car have I touched that I need to decontaminate and I need to sanitize? And I was getting a little sad because this is so tedious. And I just need everybody to stay home so we can get over this because this is like really getting tedious. I don't go out. I think I've been going to this, I think in the 3 weeks since we have been trying to stay home, I think I've gone to the store maybe 3 times in 3 weeks. Whereas I was the type of person, there's a natural food market a few blocks from my house. I would go there like 3 times a week saying, oh, I'm just going to get this. I'm used to buying my vegetables, multiple times a week. I don't buy vegetables, but this is what we had to do. So tip, because I always like to come live, not just to ramble, but always give you something that you can take away. And so the thing that I want you to take away from today's live is make sure that you are buying fresh vegetables that last a long time. That way you don't have to go back to the store so often. So those vegetables include things like broccoli, cauliflower, what did I get? I got spaghetti squash, I got delicatessen squash, I got acorn squash. So all of the squashes, you can buy a bunch of them and they are good for like a month in your drawer. I also got I got parsnips and carrots and celery, and I got, what else did I get? I got a bunch of stuff back. What else did I get? Oh, I got kale, I got collard greens. These are things that are not going to expire right away so that you can shop less. So I'm hoping, my goal is, many of the reports that we've seen they're saying that over the next 2 weeks that we're going to really hit a peak here in America and particularly here in Connecticut. So our goal is to try to get enough stuff so that we don't have to go to the store for at least 2 weeks. And so I brought things that will last that long. My goal is to avoid things that are going to spoil right away, things like spinach or salad greens, and also really making an effort to buy as many things that are packaged in a bag that I can. So instead of buying the loose carrots, now some things you're going to have to buy them fresh. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set them outside for probably about a day, just to make sure that, there's no virus on them. So they say. Now, I don't know if all of this works, but I'm taking as many steps as I can. So I would try to avoid buying things that spoil quickly, even though some things I just had to get, like my avocados. I'll just have to eat them all tomorrow because I'm on day 2 of a 3-day fast, by the way. I don't know if you've been following, but that's what we're doing. And so avoiding things like salad, like instead of buying, I would normally buy like the salad that is the salad lettuce that are out, but then I didn't really want to do that, so I brought the ones that are in a container. So that's also a good tip. I guess we have to think more of health than the environment, unfortunately, right now. Like I used to, so before coronavirus, I used to think, oh, let me reduce plastics and not buy the lettuce inside of the package, but instead let me buy the farm fresh lettuce. Let me not buy the carrots in the package. Let me buy loose carrots that are from the farm. But now, in thinking about the virus and the fact that the food is out and people are passing and you don't know who was there before you, I'm like, how many things can I get that's in a bag that's packaged, right? So that is another kind of like idea of ways that you can reduce the chances of transmitting the virus. But it was very interesting because like anytime I saw more than one person in an aisle, I went to a different aisle and I was playing as one lady. We were playing like musical chairs back and forth. So this is a very interesting time, but here is the silver lining. I am going to start keeping a little diary because hopefully, inshallah, pandemics only happen about once every 100 years. So we are living through, every day is historic. This is things that we're going to bi'idhnillah tell our grand and great grandchildren about. The way the grandparents who lived through the Spanish flu is telling their grandkids today and great grands, we're going to tell our grands and great grands about the time that there was a worldwide pandemic of the COVID-19 virus, and this is what life was like. So it's really worth, even though it can be a little anxiety producing or nerve wracking sometimes, it's really worth sometimes you just sitting and reflecting and saying, gosh, what is the things that are changing? How do you see people's attitude changing? How do you see the way that people function and interacting changing? Besides the, oh, we can't, touch each other or stay 6 feet apart. Like, is it changing the way people relate to one another? Certainly the internet is blown up, right? So just a little side note, if you have an internet business, now is the best possible time for you to really pump your social media because everybody's online. They don't have anything else to do. So that is a little side note tip. I'll have to give some business tips later on. But today's video, your tips are: try to buy things in packages. Try to buy vegetables that last, like broccoli and cauliflower and but the most important part of buying vegetables that last is eat them. Right? They're going to be in your refrigerator. They're not going to last forever. So make sure that you are planning meals that are, because they last, but they're also really nutrient dense, which is going to be really beneficial for you. All right. So I hope that you and your family are safe and you're well, and I'll talk to you soon. Assalamu alaikum.